Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Siti Khadijah binti Haslan. Metric number A187249 will present journal titled Pedestrian Exposure to Air Pollution in Cities, Modeling the Effect of Roadside Trees by Jorge Humberto Amorim, Joana Valente Pedro, Cascio Vera Rodriguez Caldia Pimenta, Ana I. Miranda, and Carlos Berugo from Aveiro, Portugal. Introduction. According to the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP, information in 2009, at least 1 billion people are exposed to outdoor air pollution that exceeds the air quality standards of the World Health Organization (WHO). Poor air quality in urban areas, mainly associated with the transportation sector, has been directly linked to the almost 0.8 million premature deaths annually, especially in sensitive groups as children. Air pollutant released by traffic. It is common to use traffic pollutant surrogates such as CO, NO2, or benzene. The effect on the exposure of pedestrians resulting from perturbed air pollution depletion induced by urban trees has not been addressed in the scientific literature. Objective. This paper aims to evaluate the exposure of students to traffic emitted CO or carbon in their daily walk to school and how it relates with the effect of trees and road choice. Methodology. There are 3 methods that have been used in this journal. Firstly, modeling system description. Modeling system description are with the purpose of evaluating the air pollution exposure of students in their morning walk to school. A local scale modeling system was used. Secondly, air quality modeling. Local scale air quality modeling was carried out using the computational fluid dynamic CFD model VEDIS. And lastly is exposure modeling. Exposure modeling are very important to distinguish between the concept of concentration and exposure. Figure 2 shows computational domain generated by VEDIS for the set of buildings in grey and trees in green. The star indicates the location of the school. And figure 3 shows track walking routes to school for exposure conclusion. While figure 4 shows comparison of 3 meter height horizontal CO carbon concentration field with A and without B, the effect of trees in green for the period between 8 and 9 am. The star indicates the location of the school. Results are analysed in the following section in terms of local air quality and individual exposure attained on each road. Also conclude that model performance increased when the effect of trees was taken into account. Figure 5 shows the result of time evolution of the individual exposure to CO or carbon for each of the 4 considered pathways with and without the presence of trees. Figure 6 shows the result of box plot of the stimulate exposure value for each road, comparing the result obtained with W and without the influence of tree. It's strongly dependent on the synergies between the meteorology condition, the 3 dimensions of configuration of the street canyon, and the presence of vegetation. The effect of the urban canopy as a mosaic of buildings and trees on the distribution of air pollution and resulting exposure was shown to be complex and highly spatially dependent. The variability of the exposure result obtained in the study indicate the potential error that can be committed. Figure 7 shows the result of comparison of the effect of trees on the personal exposure in each walking route. The variation in exposure was calculated as follows, where the average exposure calculated without the effect of the trees and exposure is the average exposure with the presence of trees. Lastly, our conclusion. The effect of the urban canopy as a mosaic of buildings and trees on the dissipation of air pollutants and resulting exposure was shown to be complex and highly spatially dependent. The fact that the presence of vegetation may have opposite effects on air quality and consequently on pedestrian exposure clearly indicates that aiming at the improvement of public health, exposure studies are worth to be developed when a planning intervention is envisioned. Acknowledgements to authors who like to acknowledge the financial support of the Third European Framework Programme and the Portuguese Ministry of Science, Technology and Higher Education through the Foundation for Science and Technology FCT for the postgraduate of Jorge Humberto Amorim and Joana Valente, and for the funding of research project Inspira.